What do you need first? Anything going out? Like, ooh, we got a new charger. All the soccer moms are gonna love that.
During the day, during the workday, do you think about and ponder about the band?
Just about every day. In some way. Funny part is, it's more about, I don't really think about it in musical terms, because to me, that part of it's already taken care of. Now it's the rest of it, which is the part I don't know. Like the business part, marketing, and how in the hell can we at least make a little money so we don't have to do this shit?
Many musicians have mixed emotions about the selling themselves, the salesman part of it, and then and sometimes it's like, oh, well, I'm above that, and yeah, if you're an artiste and you can figure out a way to not have to do that, great, good for you. But in the real world and in today's world, you're in competition with everybody.
What do you think about the band Chester Brown?
Not familiar.
I've actually never heard of Chester Brown before until just now, I guess.
I've never heard of the band Chester Brown.
I don't know. I've heard the name, but I haven't been acquainted with the music, I guess. I haven't heard the material.
I've never heard of the band Chester Brown.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of him.
The band Chester Brown I've actually never heard of.
I don't know anything about Chester Brown.
I've never really heard much of Chester Brown. I mean, now that you're asking me, I'm probably assuming that they're probably going to be up and coming or on the rise, so I'll probably be hearing of them pretty soon.
Well, I met Jared Bonomo. He was the original member when it was the Bridge, which was the first inception of Chester Brown. I met him at a Fish show and we jammed a little bit, acoustics. And then when we got back to town, I hooked up with him and we decided to start a band, and that's how I met Dominic. He was the bass player with Jared's band.
Jared was, my best friend at the time. We were playing guitars together, and I started playing bass. They were like, hey, let's jam, and did that for a while. And then, Nate, Tim's brother, wanted to play with us really bad, so he picked up a keyboard.
When Nate first joined the band, when we were still a Bridge, he wanted to jam, whatever. He's my little brother, so I think he just wanted to kind of hang out and play music. And so I told him, instead of playing guitar, play keyboards.
So I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to play the piano, because piano players are harder to come by in rock bands. So that's the only instrument they didn't have. So I said, I'll learn it. I had no idea what I was doing, and I went and bought an $1,800 keyboard to show that I was serious.
He would start jamming with us. He just kind of showed up. We're like, yeah, I guess you could jam with us. And he'd never even touched a piano before, and he was so horrible, we made him wear headphones. And we were so loud that he could hear what we were doing, but we couldn't hear what he was doing. And then after a certain period of time, I forget how long, it was a pretty long time, once in a while we'd let him plug in his amp so we could hear him, be like, no, put your headphones back on. And then after a while, it was probably a good year, we're like, let's see what he's been doing. So he'd take off his headphones and plug in his amp, and it didn't sound too bad. So from that point on, he was pretty much in.
They ended up firing the one guitar player. He was just too aggressive. He's a great guy. He just got too pushy, and we had a new drummer, and he didn't like the drummer, and it was like, man, we got to work with this drummer.
We brought in a new drummer, Aaron Hoflicker, and brought in Mike Nealon. And at that point, I think the band really started to gel and form to really be what Chester Brown is today.
Tim was hosting an acoustic night up at one of the local bars, and I ended up playing along with Tim and a couple other people. And from that weekend on, I mean, they invited me to one of their shows, and I've been with them ever since.
When Mike came in, it seemed like the whole band just kind of got an anchor, you know, and listened to his melody lines and the little bass runs he does and stuff like that. He just kept everything more rooted. So it really made it, in my opinion, a lot more three-dimensional, just a lot more interesting. We went through a couple drummers, and they didn't really fit us, you know, stylistically or all the way around. So our friend Tony, who had played with us before, and Mike had been in the band with him, Tony DeLumo.
I wanted Tony in the band, for we had played together for years. But a lot of it was just what was meant to be, I guess. He was on the way out of Blotto, and we were looking for a drummer.
My time with Mr. Blotto was coming to an end when their original drummer came back. The timeline was just perfect for me to jump off Mr. Blotto and jump right into Chester Brown.
Even before we brought Tony in, he was kind of a fill-in drummer. You know, if Danny couldn't make it, you know, Tony would come in and play. So it was always kind of a dream of ours to have Tony in the band. You know, it all kind of worked out.
Chester Brown history in a nutshell pretty much jumps from, you know, a 10-year gap from 2000 being The Bridge turns into Chester Brown, competes with Supernatural, which is the band me and Mike were in. And then 2005, I end up being the drummer for Mr. Blotto. They pick up Mike into Chester Brown. And then here 4 or 5 years later, 2009, I'm out of Mr. Blotto and picked up back in Chester Brown. Now me and Mike are back playing together in a band. So that's pretty much a quick Chester Brown history lesson.
Take my hand, I'll show you the way. It's what I think about every day. It doesn't really matter what you do or say. It's all in your head, so shut up and play. In.
I love playing music. I work really fucking hard at it, and it's not going to make any money anytime soon. So I can make like $200 a fucking week, which to me is fucking pretty good. I mean, mind you, it's 2010. 200 bucks is not a whole lot of fucking money. So, I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude.
We're gonna snag it out. I don't know if I brought him. Should I go to the side door or right there? I can go to the front even.
You gotta lift that up?
Yeah, I need like a.
No, we'll go off the
side door. You're gonna go around to the side.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of shy as it is at times. I mean, I think I'm shy, but stage is like, well, what would I be doing out here? I'd talk to people and just be awkward with them or something. But up on stage, you can just like express yourself and play,
right.
Just play your heart out. It's fun. It's like a lot of fun, and it feels like home.
Anyone? Anyone?
I think that what we've seen with the Musicians Union, and this is very tangible, is that at one time there were 350,000 members of this union back in the 40s and 50s, when music was a primary source of entertainment and there wasn't a lot of other options. You didn't have, 9 million TV channels. You didn't have the internet. And so I think musicians as entertainers were a much more significant part of our society. And, and can you imagine a family now sitting around on a Saturday night and turning on the radio and being huddled around the radio listening, hoping to hear that artist that you heard the week before on the Grand Ole Opry who just blew your mind, and boy, I hope that Bill Monroe guy's back on there again. But there's definitely more competition in what you offer as an entertainer, as a band, not just from other bands, but from all these other forms of entertainment, video games. Instead of going to a concert, some kid's going to stay at home and twiddle his thumbs.
Right.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. And it's something we all have to deal with.
I mean, this job is not hard. You just don't pay dick, It's like $8 an hour. So, I figured it out before. After everything, the cost of me getting here and all that shit, I make about $100 a week. You know, like, that's on the low end, but I don't know, it's enough to pay my rent and eat, and that's about it. Could be worse though, a lot of people don't even have a job. I used to always think it was, you know, make good music, people like it, you'll do fine. I think our music's fine. I mean, it could always use improvement. That's the thing I'm always stressing. That's the thing I care about the most, obviously. The rest of it's secondary. It's just, as you get older, it's like, well, I really can't justify doing this if I can't at least pay for that part of it, you know? I don't know what the answer is. Probably if I knew the answer, I wouldn't be doing this.
You know, there's an arc to every band's story. And there's a time in the middle of your arc where, you know, you got your personnel stuff sorted out, you got your musical direction sorted out, and you kind of get on a roll. It's not going to last forever. Now, things can happen if you start getting some success while you're in that, while you're sort of in the zone, as it were. It increases your chances of taking that to a whole new level.
Well, Browntown was an idea that came up when we played a benefit for the Isaac Walton. And I thought this place is beautiful. This place is 50-some acres of pristine wilderness, and man, I would want to love to do something here. So I brought up the idea to the guys that run the place, and they're like, "Yeah, we could try it."
I think it was just time for Chester Brown to try doing their own little camp out rock concert kind of setup. It's a pretty popular way these days to get people to come out for one ticket price. They can get, you know, a multitude of bands and a chance to camp out, and maybe feel a little more free because they're on private property and kind of do what they want, like bring their own drinks, you know, whatever else they're getting into, and we'll call it Browntown.
It's like a big party with all our fans and friends and family and bands and musicians we like to come together and just have fun, celebrate, and forget about life for a weekend. And you know, if we break even financially, cover our gas, I'm happy.
We have been putting on festivals seemingly for a long time, so it was like, why not have one showcasing us? This is our festival. Let's do this.
Take your old lady to Browntown.
everything started happening on Sunday. So me and my brother spent about 4 hours on Sunday bringing the stage out there. And then on Monday, I don't even remember what happened. Ton of shit to do tomorrow. There's always way more than you think, and there's always things that, no matter how much you prepare for an event, there's always things that fucking pop up the day of. More shit pops up the day of than you did all week long. This is against the wall.
It is.
We break walls every day. Most people say if you break even in your first year at a doing your festival, you've done well.
Yeah.
We are about, estimate, 70 tickets, 70 people come through the door, maybe 80, we break even. 100 people come through, we do really well. Well, the main focus is definitely not on money, but it's just like anything. You don't mind doing favors for your buddies, but if it costs you fucking $1,000, it makes it a little bit harder to do your buddy a favor. We want to do it if we break even, like I said way before. What do I consider a success? This thing's a success if everybody comes, we break even, and everybody has a good time. So ultimately, that leads to more fans, that leads to more people coming out next year. You know, it's fun to go to somebody else's party. You have a good time, you see a few people you know, but it's a lot more fun when it's your party and you know everybody there. And that's kind of the way I think about it. This is like our party. All our friends, all our fans, all the bands that we know, people we've played with before, are gonna be there. It's gonna be an awesome, cool time. Thank God we got fucking, it looks like awesome fucking weather, man. What's happening, Eddie? Got some stuff for you. What you got? I'm just making sure that somebody's doing it, because if not, well, we'll get somebody up there.
You've got Ed at the gate, right?
Ed at the gate.
And he knows who to let through, and
Right.
everybody else gets sent up the hill to the trap range.
Yeah.
And parking lot's all taped off. There's 5 rows of parking.
Yeah, as long as they know to park,
where to park.
and someone has to bring them to the back.
That's
right?
what we ain't got yet. Who's shoveling?
Do you want to try to decorate the stairway at all? Or are we just going to do that backwards? I don't care what you do.
I mean,
But probably wherever you put these, you won't need...
I could probably put some of those like along the.
You have nails and shit?
Because I don't have electricity over there. There's no electricity in that shack.
No.
So, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff posted up over there, so a generator's gonna have to be there, and I don't think lines will run all the way to here, will they?
I don't know. Maybe along that little trail there, but I guess there'll be enough light. I don't know. Whatever, dude. Whatever's clever. If you don't, the only way we can do that is probably run away.
If you walk this other trail, it's dangerous. I'm kind of like setting up lights, so like in the danger spot.
Get the fog machine underneath the...
I'm gonna put different colored strobes because I got lenses with little ones, and I'm gonna time them out so it's like one color, another,
You're not
another
even,
color.
no, people aren't even gonna come down to the show. They're just gonna be hanging out in the woods, tripping their balls off. We need to shuttle some cats.
Park over there for shuttling, because
Okay.
that's where we'll just drive back as needed. Some people are showing up asking where they want to camp. How many campers you think are coming?
I'm hoping 300 to 500. So this is all the parking?
Yeah, we got 5 rows, should fit about 50 cars if we pack them tight.
What about that? I thought that was parking too.
That side? Oh,
Yeah.
up there?
Yeah, where Lance is.
People's been camping up there.
Yeah, that can't happen.
Back in those trees, there's enough room for like 20 camp tents too.
Right, so if they park right back in here, they can camp in
Yeah,
there.
the pink is the end of the parking rows, so
Yeah.
there is room on this too. But
I'm gonna go down here and see what's going
Yeah.
on. But
Tell
once
them.
we get people up here, if they're camping, not camping by your car, man.
Yeah.
And then they have to be shuttled back.
Yeah.
That's just it has to go that way, or we're not gonna
Yeah.
we're only gonna get fucking 20 people in this motherfucker.
That's gonna be an issue. Yep.
And it's not even, the gates aren't even technically open yet. Fucking thought we cleared that up fucking in January. This is not gonna fucking work. Why is everybody camping back here? This is all parking. We're there, only fit 50 cars in here. What the shit happened? Where'd those girls go?
What's her name?
Ben, are you ready to test that? What? You want me to test the mics? Sure. All right, let's do this.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2.
7, 7, 1, 2. Low mid.
Does that microphone sound different than the other one?
Yeah, it sounds great. Cool. Drummer, Mike. Too many poppies. Too many poppies. Alright, that's all I do. Are you just having fun? Brent, is this fun for you? Yes.
This is what we're going to shuttle people on back here so that they can camp in these areas. That's why we had parking up there, but now people are camping up there and they're fucking taking up parking spots, so some asshole's going to come in a fucking beetle bug and have no place to park and try to fucking come back here and get fucked. They can't, as you can see, they can't make it back here in a normal car. Maybe. But if it rains, like you said, they're fucked. They are absolutely fucked.
I haven't seen you here for a while. Haven't seen your face around. Never made you smile, but I'll try. Lord knows I try to. And I'll find my own way home without help from you. Yes, I'll find my own way home without help from you.
I'm Psycho Sal. I'm selling snow cones for my presidential campaign. Water and sugar, people.
We're Donald Train from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, someone wrecks my fucking only means of transportation, and I have no insurance. Yeah, that'll put a damper on my weekend. Yeah, if it rains, ain't nobody getting back here. Or out. I can probably get back here in 4-wheel. I don't care if they get out. Sorry, you paid to get it. You paid to get in.
You guys hear what the weather's doing in Chicago right now?
What?
Rain and 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Are you serious? I wouldn't have it any other fucking way. Why would it go normal? If it went normal, it wouldn't be right.
Nope.
If it were sunny and beautiful out, something terrible would happen. Because it's gonna rain, that's gonna even out our karma, we're gonna be good to go.
It's one way to look at it. I think we actually broke even at this point. Yeah, it's a positive thing to tell the band, and then they all smile, knowing that we don't owe anybody anything. Right. That's a good feeling. I feel great about it. I think that's awesome. All our bases are covered. I'm gonna go write it out on paper and make sure. But that's great. That's a great relief. That means anybody who comes in here now, that's money in my pocket. 1,870 is what we've pulled in, just at the gate. We've already got some things paid for, like the porta potties and the canopy. So we need 200 for security, 100 for we rented some equipment, 500 for sound guy, 600 for lights. Trying to think there's something else. Oh, demo training. Now, if the garbage guy decides he's going to show up and take the garbage, that's 200 more. But he hasn't showed up. We're not there. 2,060. And if we include the garbage, the overhead comes to 2,360. I owe the band $250. We did it without paying the garbage guy or Willie Walman, because I owe the band $250. 2,120 is what we have technically with my money out of my account. We have 2,060 is what we have to pay. So right now we have 60 bucks to split between me, Tim, Mike, and Don, if no one else shows up. And we don't sell any more t-shirts. But if we end up having to pay the garbage guy, we are actually short 80 bucks if he shows up. So I'm happy with that number right now, because I think at least 20 more people might show up. So there you have it.
Alright guys, you've been fucking awesome. Thank you for making Browntown a success. Oh yeah. We thank everyone for coming out. For everyone who's not here, suck my balls. But they're not here, so they won't know that. Anyhow, thank you very much. We're Chester Brown. I want to thank Willie. I want to thank a lot of people that came out here. So we're going to do one more. And we're going to call it a night. Maybe we'll see you next weekend somewhere.
Around town.
Willie Mulvin.
Come on, give it up for Chester Brown, man. Come on, you guys. Oh yeah, what do we really hear for Willie Mulvin here? Give it up for Chester Brown.
Yeah, it was very
I don't care.
eventful weekend.
What are those bags? And it's all
Played good. We broke even money-wise. So I was really happy with the turnout. I was really surprised, to tell you the truth, especially Friday when it was such a major storm. You know, I was expecting that to deter people from coming out at all. You know, because a lot of times people just say, "Oh, they're gonna come Friday," and then, "Oh, it's raining," and they just don't end up coming at all or whatever. But that didn't happen, so yeah, next year we're going to have way more security. We're going to have security t-shirts. We're going to have wristbands.
Hire guys that we trust to not drink and drive a shuttle from all the way across the lake. Yeah, some girl got in a hit and run and ran back here.
Yeah, I drove her car down here, parked it, got out, and took off. I don't know whatever happened with that. But that's why the cops are here.
I don't know what they were thinking.
I think it went very well for a first festival.
We accomplished our goals with that, which is a great feeling.
Yeah, Browntown was a
was
success.
definitely a success.
We did a little study of odds, actually trying to figure out what the odds are in a band making it.
Yeah.
And when we say making it, what we mean by that is not superstar status, but just being able to make a living, just being able to make a middle income, medium income from playing your music. So in your opinion, and when we say odds, we mean like 1 in 10, 1 in a million, 1 in 1,000. What are those odds for a band to make it?
To be able to live, I would probably say 1 in 50. Maybe 1 in 50 bands can make enough to like live like decently.
Pretty slim unless you're passionate enough about it to where you can follow through with that passion.
I'd say there's a lot more that don't make it. I'd definitely say that.
You mean like number-wise? What are the odds of making?
Like odds, like
I would
1 in a million or whatever?
I would say 1 in 5 million, probably. Something crazy and silly.
I say probably 1 in a million. It's probably not exaggerating.
Well, I mean, 1 in a million is probably a good place to start, but boy, it's. I'm not sure there's a real answer to that question. I suppose that there would be an empirical way to get it into a math equation.
Probability of success, P, and a probability of failure, 1 minus P. Like if you have 1/3 chance of success, you have 2/3 chance of failure. Like if you have 1 chance in 100 of success, the odds are 99 to 1 against you. Let's discuss probabilities and odds. There were 8 million competing bands. As far as odds go, 1 chance in 8 million of being the very top band creates odds of 7,999,999 to 1 against. After looking at all these variables, we want to determine a reasonable guess for Chester Brown to make it. Calculating all these numbers and coming up with a definite answer to what the odds are is nothing more than a guess. And my calculated guess is 1 chance in 10,000. This is an improbable plateau, but not impossible. 1 chance in 10,000. There's so many people that are in jobs that they don't like, and it's just drudgery. Even if you don't make all the money in the world, even if you're not totally successful, as long as you're doing something that you really love, that's what's important. In other words, I'm saying that merely money is not such a big deal. Doing something you really love is okay.
When you're doing the thing you love, it's almost like you can't really do any wrong, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're making the right decisions, you know?
I'm always thinking in terms of Chester Brown. So without that there, I would almost be lost, because that's my way of living. You know, I live and breathe it, so it's kind of a negative thing as well. It's almost like I'm obsessed with it. So it's kind of unhealthy in that way. But on the same hand, it makes me feel like life's worth living.
Honestly, I used to get more upset about it, or discouraged, or I don't know, pissed off, for lack of a better word. It's not really pissed off, but now, honestly, I feel lucky that I got 4 other guys that want to fucking play music with me and want to play out. Whether we make money or not, at this point, is not really it's not really the issue to me. It's like, at this age, I feel lucky that I have enough people in my life that want to actually play. They want to actually do something, you know? Play out, play in front of people and rehearse and try and have fun and write new songs and try and perfect the music. So, fuck it, whatever else happens. I'm gonna be dead in 30 or 40 years anyway, so I mean, really, what's it all mean? So that's how I feel about it. I'm glad to be doing it. I don't know what else would I fucking do, really. I don't like nothing else. I don't have another hobby. I can't just come home from work, sit down and drink a beer and watch TV, and do it all again the next day. I'd go crazy, so.
Yeah, I guess, you know, the best thing I think I get out of it is that I have 4 other guys that I can hang out with, play music, and do this crap, you know?
In a long list of songs I don't play. And in these times we're living in, we only think about today. I hope someone will save you before you blow away. Don't want you to be another sad song. They will only fade away. Don't want you to be another sad, sad song in a long list of songs I don't play. They will